Good morning, everybody. It's time to begin the day here at Rose Cottage Acres. I'm just kind of doing a vlog of what a weekend is like. So I've got a couple different little clips to show you what we've been doing all weekend here. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Colette. Colette is our newcomer. Hey guys, you ready to wake up? Yeah, come wake up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, big hands. Good morning, girls. Very much slower to exit. Hey, bud. This is Starsky. He's a good boy, aren't you, Starsky? Sometimes things happen, like sometimes Starsky sprays and pees in his own ear. He's the messiest bunny in America. Very sweet. This is Hutch. Hutch, you want any food? I know I'm filling up on hay, Mom. I need to fill up on hay myself. I have 2 bales left for the winter, so I definitely need to fill this corner up with hay. Good morning. Good morning. Trouble. Trouble. Are you still obsessed with your girlfriends? I love her so much. I love her so much that she hates me. Hi, sweetheart. Are you guys ready to eat? Good morning, buddy. All right, let's go eat. Let's eat. Timothy first. Oh, you guys don't even need Timothy. Didn't you eat last night? We're doing the deep litter method in here right now. Yeah, we're doing the deep litter method, aren't we, Dahlia? She's like, just give me my good stuff, lady. So the deep litter method is when you just keep adding layers of fine shavings, and then you don't clean out for a while, and then when you do clean out, no, it's supposed to be useful. So we're trying it. I haven't seen really any benefits. There's a treat. Alfalfa. So the vet had checked for worms and everything, and they did have worms, of course, because moving makes your worm load obviously get out of control a little bit. So we wormed them, but she still felt like Dahlia was a little underweight. I think she was just smaller to start. So she said to give her some alfalfa. Of course, you cannot give one goat alfalfa without giving 3 goats alfalfa. So Arian gets a little bit of alfalfa in the morning. Morning, gentlemen. How are you doing, pretty? Oh, it's okay. Oh my goodness, did mommy scare you? Come here, sweetie. You okay? You okay? Oh, I'm sorry I scared you. Come here, buddy. You've gotten a little timid. Don't peck him. It wasn't his fault you got scared. The whole change and not having the rest of their flock to guard anymore, they've gotten more timid. But oh my goodness, I'm so sorry I scared you, sweetie. Emma and Liam, of course, we've eaten all of our hay because that's what we do, right, Emma? We love their hay. Come here, cuties. Hi, Liam. Hi, Ems. She said, don't touch me, there's no treat. These are the only 2 that live together. Liam is altered. And they're actually bonded. They're not tons old, they're like 7 months old. But Emma was originally supposed to be Emmett. And the gentleman who had them quickly discovered, like 7 babies later, that they were actually Emma and Liam. Okay, I'll get treaties. They're like, you came all the way over here for treaties. What's happening? I have a guest. She's moved in pretty much permanently here. Look at that stitching. Really super cool. She's big. She's a couple inches. Obviously finding plenty to eat because she hasn't moved. She's been here the entire time. She's my enormous volunteer cherry tomato that has taken over. So if you've been following my videos, I talked a little bit about the importance of planting a fall crop. They're my fall cucumbers. You can see them all coming up really nicely here. So one project I'm working on is preserving corn for the winter. This is a really simple way to do it if you have a chest freezer. It does not work if you have a freezer that defrosts continuously. But I basically pull back the husk, remove all the silk, put the husk back into place. I do remove the tough outer leaves. Then I bag 3 of them up into a paper lunch bag and fold it over and tuck them down the bottom of the freezer. And it's the closest you can get to fresh corn in the winter. And it lasts pretty decently. I'm usually still pulling the last couple ears out in January and they taste just fine. So I've had some questions on how to do this, so I thought I'd give a quick tutorial. What you do is you peel both sides of the husk completely back and remove all of the silk. You push the husk back into place, you take off any rough outer leaves, and then you also remove the bottom of the stem. You just snap it off with the outer leaves. And then, this is the important part, you put it all back together and you tuck it in face first into a brown paper bag. I usually can put 3 per bag. These are just the simple little lunch bags. You put it in face first. They go pretty far into the bag because the top of the husk folds around the tip of the ear. If you do it the other way around, people have difficulty getting the bag to fold down because the top of the husk sticks out of the bag. And you're just kind of bunching the bag together, and then you put it in the freezer with the folded end pressed against the freezer wall. So the end result is something like this. I've done this for a couple years and they keep just fine. Between the husk and the bag, there's plenty of protection, and really, you know, it's mid-January and you're using your last ear because you like to use fresh corn in the winter for soups, and you're cooking ears of corn for dinners and things like that. So it goes pretty fast. I was going to do 100 ears. I decided that was overkill, so we've got about 4 dozen. So today is also chick graduation day. They got to move from the little tote to this bigger pack and play. I really like pack and plays for chicks because it's a completely enclosed area. You can wash the little insert pretty well to sterilize it between flocks. And there's a nice lid I have that fits it completely, so they're pretty secure. And it's up off the ground, so there's no drafts or anything to worry about. So it works really well. We actually had two, but ducklings are deaf to pack and play because they're nasty, dirty little guys. So we only have one now for the chicks. But yeah, they're having a great time. Their space has tripled and they're really celebrating, stretching their little wings and flapping around. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Poppy got herself in trouble. She tried to eat the birdies and Mommy said no. Mommy said those are her birdies, didn't she? I didn't do a process video of this because it was pretty simple. I made a peach shrub. So basically you get a cup of fruit, a cup of sugar, a cup of water, and a cup of your favorite vinegar. Preferably not white vinegar because it's really too strong. And you basically cook the sugar and water to make a simple syrup in your pot. And then you add the cup of fruit. So I was a little confused on the direction for what to do for the timing on when to remove the fruit. It said when the fruit looked tired, and I don't know, how does fruit look tired? So I just let it cook until the simple syrup was more peach colored, and then I felt like it had probably been cooked enough. So at that point you add your cup of vinegar. I used apple cider vinegar, but I've heard that the wine vinegars and the rice vinegars are really good as well, just not plain white vinegar. And then I let it cook until it simmered. And then I strained off the liquid, and then the peaches are remaining, and then the liquid's here in this clear jar. Now you can apparently water bath can it if you're doing a whole bunch, but as you can see, I've just got 2/3 a jar, and I will probably use it up in 2 weeks. It lasts for about 3 months in the fridge. So I'm not going to bother with water bath canning unless I end up with a whole bunch of peaches and make a ton of it. But yeah, I drink a lot of sparkling water, so I'm super excited about this project. You can actually eat the remaining peaches. Some people put them over vanilla ice cream, which helps cut some of the sour. They're kind of like Sour Patch Kids. They're sweet, and then the last bite as it goes down, you're like, woo. So I don't know if I just enjoy eating them as is, but over something sweet, I can see they would definitely taste good. Did you steal Mommy's sock? Poppy, bring me my sock. Poppy. Poppy. Poppy, bring me my sock. Poppy. Yeah, this is pretty much my entire day. Poppy. What have we done today? Let's see. We ran away, trying to run away with Mommy, but still ran away out of the dog gate, considered eating the chicks, stole my socks 2 different times, stole Grammy's slippers. What else did she do that was naughty? Oh, yeah. She's still having trouble with housebreaking. Sometimes she goes for a 15-minute walkie and then comes in and pees on the floor. Now my last activity for the day is these apples. They're seconds, possibly thirds. I get them from the Amish market nearby, and they sell them as deer apples. I buy them for the goats and the chickens mainly. Trouble likes them if they're sliced up properly into bite-sized pieces and hand-fed to him. He's a very picky goat. But I also pick out the ones that are still decent and make things with them. I'm not sure what I'm making today, so my next task is going to be to go look at recipes and figure that out.